Hey, Clinical Research Circle, welcome back. Look, we've got a company which we hope to be able to interview the CEO or other key staff. GOVX. Chris and I were fortunate enough to have been on their conference call. I think it was now, oh, it says here, May 6th. So we were on this conference call May 6th. It's already May 28th. We already kind of forgot most of it. But luckily, we have a writer, Eileen Schneider, the writer. And within the last month, GOVX hit a high of 625. Within the last 6 months, it hit a high of 844. So it's trading at about where it should be, like around the average, 542. This is what we like about this company. $34 million market cap. 34 million. And it's on the NASDAQ, which is crazy. So I think what happened was, yeah, see, February 21, 844 was the high of the entire company's career. So we got GeoVax. We got an article from Eileen Schneider, the writer, who did a write up on this. So I'll just go ahead and read it, and then we'll get into some of the company's technologies. I'm glad we have Dr. Al on the show so he can give his perspective from a physician. And then Chris is on because Chris is going to channel his memory banks and see if he can recall
They're failing.
conference call.
They're failing.
Mine are failing too, but let's go through this article. Shout out to Eileen Schneider, the writer. GeoVax stock rises after NIH grant to advance COVID-19 vaccine development. Right? So let's check this out. Why is this important? I thought vaccine is over. No. It's a different type of vaccine. Maybe people are going to feel more comfortable with this kind of vaccine. So let's read the article and see. Early in 2021, shares of GeoVax, a clinical stage biotech company committed to developing safe and effective vaccines and immunotherapies against cancers and infectious diseases, which is why Dr. Al is on. He's a world-renowned oncologist. We're going to talk about that. We're surging nearly 100% after the company announced that it had received an NIH grant to advance COVID-19 vaccine development.
So I got a quick question. Can I pause you
Already?
there?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
So, Dr. Al, has there ever been a successful cancer vaccine developed?
No.
No, but I'm sure there's been numerous tries at this, correct?
Yeah. The biggest one is on brain tumor, glioblastoma, and also prostate cancer. Okay, this is what they've been trying on, and I think they were close on prostate cancer. I don't know what happened with the trial for it, but I don't know no vaccine out in the market for cancer so far.
But the potential's there. The potential's there, and there's several companies trying to do it.
Yeah, one of my friend, Dr. Wiseman, he's in Tel Aviv, and he's doing trial for breast cancer on vaccine for breast cancer.
And does it look like it's moving somewhere? Like it's going to be successful?
He started his trial a long time, and I think I enrolled a couple of patients because it used to be before, and in these patients that I did for that trial, it showed that it have response. My patient responded to the vaccine, but then the company, I think he decided to transfer somewhere else, so I did not get any more vaccine for my patients.
Okay.
So I have to switch him to something else.
All right, Dan, sorry.
All right, yeah, no, that's good actually. So we'll talk about, because we're on the website, we're gonna see the technology overview and why maybe this. First of all, we've never covered a company with a smaller market cap on this show. This is by far the smallest one, so that means the biggest potential pop you can get. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, part of the NIH, awarded the company a small business innovative research grant in support of its development of a vaccine against COVID, the virus that causes COVID-19. The phase 1 grant is designed to support the ongoing design, construction, and preclinical testing of GeoVax's vaccine candidates in preparation for human trials. So we're in preclinical for this. The efficacy testing will be performed in collaboration with the University of Texas Medical Branch. GeoVax development programs use a novel patented modified Vaccinia Ankara virus-like particle. VLP, MVA VLP is what they call it. Based vaccine platform. Do you know anything about this, Dr. L?
Everybody has his own way of doing vaccine now,
Yeah,
especially after the molecular. In the past, we used to have the vaccine is like a antigen that produce antibody, weaken virus, and like this. But now with all this DNA revolution which we have in medicine, okay, everybody start doing his own. I think they need to do blockchain for these vaccines
mm,
in general for DNA, blockchain for DNA.
yeah,
Because of the all this new innovation and stuff that's happening, it's like every day is evolving much bigger
something
than
else,
before.
right?
Yep, everything
Yeah,
every day is something in genomic medicine, as they say.
it's gonna be the next boom of clinical research. On this platform, MVA, a large virus capable of carrying several vaccine antigens expresses proteins that assemble into VLP immunogens within the in vivo, the person receiving the vaccine. The production of VLPs in the person being vaccinated can mimic virus production in a natural
See,
infection,
see,
right?
I'm telling you, like this is like completely different from what we're having vaccine now.
What do you
Okay,
think is the potential?
it depends on how they can stimulate the B cell and how the T cell put it in their memory. That's what's going to be
Yeah,
the bottom line. How many? What is the percentage of the antibodies and
yeah,
that can pre-produce immediately to protect the patient, and also the T cell memory uh, storage for these vaccine if it is available or not.
so
I'm not sure yet.
how does this differ from a traditional vaccine?
Traditional vaccine we have before now. The one they said that it takes longer time. It is like weakened virus or dead bacteria or dead virus that's injected in the body as
Hmm,
an antigen that produce antibodies. Okay, and then it's stored in the T cell memory to produce in case second exposure. That's how it is. But now you have this DNA simulation type of stuff that's happened that they're doing to produce antibody to fight this kind of viruses or this kind of most probably this is the new model of vaccine going to be expanded for a lot of stuff,
yeah,
a lot
modified
of
vaccinia and virus, and then virus-like particle. So
exactly. So they can do it for cancer, and no wonder
yeah,
they expanding it from viruses to cancer because they can modify the DNA and
right.
make a vaccine for the DNA itself.
Yeah, their current development programs are focused on preventative vaccines against COVID-19, HIV, Zika virus, hemorrhagic fever, Ebola, Sudan, and malaria, as well as therapeutic vaccines against multiple cancers. The company has designed a preventative HIV vaccine candidate to fight against the subtype of HIV prevalent in the commercial markets of the
Yeah,
Americas, Western Europe, with the support of NIH.
they
Um,
have the platform, so they can go and expand it as much as and try
Yeah,
it.
you know what? That's a theme I'm noticing now with these biotech. It's all about the platform. It's not about the candidate. It used to be about the candidate. Now it's about the platform.
No,
Like
it's a
campaign
platform.
doing it, the pro-drug, ligand activated therapy, Aquestive, which we're gonna look at, has another platform. It's all about the platforms now.
So I think you need to trade the platform,
Yeah.
not the company itself.
I think so too. The GOVX approach uses recombinant DNA or recombinant viruses to produce VLPs, virus-like particles, in the person being vaccinated. In human clinical trials of its HIV vaccine, the company had demonstrated that the VLPs expressed in the cells of the person being vaccinated are extremely safe while eliciting both strong and durable humoral and cellular immune response. Humoral immunity produces an antibody-mediated immune response, whereas cellular immunity produces a cell-mediated immune response. B cell mainly regulates the humoral immunity, whereas T cell regulates the cellular immunity.
That's like the immediate and the late immune system work. The T cell is the one that carry in its memory the particle ID, and when the second exposure happens, they start producing stimulating the B cell to produce more antibodies, which is the humoral.
VLPs mimic the form of viruses and thereby train the body's immune system to recognize the authentic virus should it appear. VLPs also train the immune system to recognize and kill infected cells, to control infection and reduce the length and severity of disease. When VLPs for viruses like COVID, Ebola, Marburg, Lassa fever, or HIV are produced in vivo, they include not only the protein antigens, but also consist of membranes from the vaccinated individual cells displaying vaccine proteins. In this way, they are highly similar to the virus generated in a person's body during a natural infection. VLPs produced externally by contrast, are far less familiar to the immune system due to the manner in which they are produced. Finally, and of critical importance, by producing VLPs in vivo, we avoid cumbersome purification issues associated with in vitro production of virus-like particles. Uh, the company's business strategy is to advance its products through regulatory registration while also seeking partnership or licensing arrangements that might otherwise maximize the value to its shareholders. GOVX also engages third party resource expertise through collaborations and partnerships for preclinical and clinical testing with well validated industry, government, and other relevant entities. GeoVax CEO David Dodd updated investors and analysts on the company. Chris and I were on this call. We don't remember anything about it. As he explained, there's increasing evidence in that the COVID-19 virus will continue to evolve, requiring expanded virus variant coverage, otherwise requiring annual reconfigured vaccines, similar to what is necessary with the annual influenza vaccine. We hope to change that paradigm, encompassing potential variants before they emerge versus chasing the evolving virus, as will be likely required of various competitive technologies. In November 2020, the NIH issued a request for proposals for pan coronavirus vaccine development programs. That is exactly what we are pursuing using our differentiated technology focused on developing a single dose vaccine with minimal or no refrigeration required. You guys getting excited yet? This is a potentially game-changing company.
You know, as you said in the beginning, Dan, it's all about the platform. This is all having this one platform that modify the RNA to simulate other stuff I'm producing. Okay, it's like RNA vaccine. It's like I think Moderna and Pfizer, both of them are RNA vaccines.
Yeah.
So
mRNA.
this is an RNA vaccine for cancer, viral, bacterial, and so they have this underground. I think it's this is the game changer. This is what's going to be the future. The DNA modification and RNA modification to produce like this. CRISPR is work on RNA also, editing.
But this one is in vivo, so I don't know, they have the virus-like particle inside the body, so your own body's producing also the cells that will recognize
simulated particle to the virus in your own body to produce the antibody.
Yeah.
And to produce the immunity and boost it.
In other infectious diseases, GOVX continues to make advances with its vaccine pipeline. The Lasso Vaccine is now in animal testing, with the results expected later this year, so that's going to be a potential catalyst. This program is being supported by the U.S. Army and will also fund the preparation of cGMP material for clinical development. Both the Marburg and Sudan vaccines, having previously demonstrated 100% protection in rodent models, are being tested via the NIH Preclinical Services Program through non-human primates at no cost to GOVX. The company expects the results of the animal testing this year. GOVX malaria also entered animal testing with the results expected later this year. The Zika virus vaccine is ready to proceed into clinical development, having demonstrated successful preclinical results, including avoiding the risk of antibody-dependent enhancement of infection. Similarly, the Ebola virus vaccine is ready to proceed into clinical development, having demonstrated 100% protection from a single dose without any adjuvants or booster necessary. What do you guys think so far? Nothing good?
It looks very good, actually. It looks very promising as we see from these results.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Small market cap. Small market cap.
However, with that being said, I mean, doesn't every company position themselves such as this? And
Yeah,
what I-
but they can't make up results. Like they can't say 100% if it's not, you know, they're saying
sure.
100% here.
All right.
Uh,
Sure.
Of course, they all present themselves that way, but 100%, it is preclinical, but 100% protection from a single dose without any adjuvants or
Sure.
booster necessary. So yeah, of course, they all position themselves.
As the greatest thing since sliced bread, or the
Yeah, and
or the creation of penicillin.
yeah, and we'll get into their website. You'll see some of the technology, but according to CEO Dodd, we are applying. Oh, hold on. Finally, according to Dodd, GOVX continues to make progress with its efforts in cancer immunotherapy. The company is working to advance its lead MUC1 candidate into the clinic in 2021. So if all the vaccines are not enough, you even have a cancer immunotherapy. All I'm saying is like, and I think what people on StockTwits are saying is this: there's companies with way less in the pipeline that are valued like 10 times this. You know, for example,
Sure, that's true.
KMPH,
Sure.
KMPH, but okay, KMPH does have a good pipeline. I'm not comparing, but that's a $350 million market cap, right? This is 34 million. There's been companies we've covered here that were not good. You know, we didn't think would have good pipelines that were 500 million, 700, some of them over $1 billion market caps. So the potential's here for the size that it is. We are applying the same approach that we use in constructing our infectious disease vaccines to cancer. Our cancer immunotherapy concept is to combine a tumor-associated antigen vaccine with potent anti-tumor agents such as immune checkpoint inhibitors. Mucin 1 TAA or MUC1 is highly expressed in many different solid tumors, and in a humanized mouse model study, our MVA-VLP MUC1 TAA vaccine construct combined with a checkpoint inhibitor resulted in a 57% difference in tumor growth between the cohort receiving our vaccine compared to a cohort that didn't receive the combination. In a preventative humanized mouse model intended to reflect prevention of tumor reoccurrence, MUC1 vaccine plus MUC1 peptide provided 100% prevention of tumor development versus 100% development of the tumor in the cohort that didn't receive the combo. These highly promising results have encouraged our focus on advancing our cancer immunotherapy program into clinical development as soon as possible.
So
wow.
I apologize. I wasn't following 100% there, but is this for all cancer or specific cancers?
I think they're talking about solid tumor in general,
Okay.
not all cancers, solid tumor in general.
But anywhere.
They did
Solid
not-
tumor
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, but they did not like specify any type of tumor according to this article.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
just they were using a mice model,
for tumor
humanized,
cells.
yeah, humanized mouse model study, but still the results. I mean,
Very
these are,
promising.
yeah, 100% prevention. What do you think of that, Dr. Al, as an oncologist?
I will buy it now. I'll
Sir?
buy this company and just stay sleep on it and whenever it showed up, it showed up. You know, it's very cheap price for it. I think it's potential to with this and this model and this like this. It's very good company.
So Dr.
Have
Al
very
gives
big potential.
Dr. Al gives me the okay, so I will buy some on
So-
next
But
trade.
hold on, guys. We're not financial advisor. This is
Oh,
our
that's right.
opinion.
That's right. Chris, you want to give that disclaimer? Chris does a very good disclaimer of this.
Yeah, you'll lose all your money. Don't follow our advice.
We've been doing good lately, though, I gotta admit.
So would you buy an option on this, or would you buy it for long hold?
No, look, long haul. This is not option. This is doesn't have anything in the
I would agree. I was just
And
making
the-
sure for
the-
those who are
and,
listening to us.
I would
no.
disagree. I think
If
we'll
there
have
is some
some-
product like in the near future, within a year or 2 years, yes, I'll buy an option. But this one, the product's it's not even like in the clinical trial.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
still an animal testing.
I know.
Exactly.
I would
so you're
disagree.
looking,
I think option would be good too. I think there are enough catalysts this year. All they got to do is get approval to start one human trial on the vaccine or something. The NIH is behind it.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, you don't
So,
need to wait for the studies to be over. You just need the good news.
So for those who are listening, flip a coin and then pick one.
you're
Dr.
gonna
Al's
lose all your
strategy.
money.
Yeah,
You're gonna
Dr.
lose all
Al's
your money,
strategy
guys.
seems your strategy seems to be best though. I mean, the first thing I thought of is buy and hold also, but this could work for options too.
My friend.
Yeah.
I'm conservative investor.
Yeah,
I like to take my time, everything, and I'm not
not.
really aggressive. And no,
Let's
I'm
look at the
conservative.
Let's look at the stock twits, Biden bounce or a sign of things to come. Let's see if anybody put something with a lot of comments that is good. Dot, here's one from this morning. Dot has been consistent with his communication regarding their pursuit of a universal coronavirus vaccine. This is what will eventually be necessary as a booster after booster for the existing vaccines will be difficult to manage throughout the world. The fact that they continue to reiterate some data in the first half says they more than likely will have enough data currently to see positive results. I don't believe they will release any info until they show success. Hopefully, they release some Sudan data first to show proof of concept and then COVID second. For a company that has a market cap of around 30 million and cash levels almost equivalent, all they need to do is show some positive data and building blocks in order to have this take off.
Well, as you said, it's like small cap and have very big potential.
That's right. That's right. So there you go, guys. I mean, do you guys want to look at their website real quick? Let's see the technology overview. I don't know if here's the Ebola virus-like particles, HIV virus-like particles. I'm trying to find their they actually have a recent press release. GOVX CEO discusses key value drivers, immuno-oncology milestones for 2021. So
Wow.
here, let's just read this and end it on this. We made tremendous progress in 2020 to fundamentally improve the position of the company, including cleaning up our capital structure, securing long-term funding, signing critical license agreements, accelerating our programs towards clinical development, and achieving NASDAQ listing. We are excited about the numerous upcoming milestones with our developments, which should see several data readouts over the next 6 to 12 months. Our focus is on advancing our priority program related to COVID and immuno-oncology, developing increased value for shareholders, blah, blah, blah. We are particularly excited about the recent signing of 2 license agreements with NIH, both of which underscore a commitment to and confidence in our unique vaccine development. So they got the government behind them. The initial agreement announced in October 2020 grants GOVX full access and use of critical NIH patents in support of COVID-19 vaccine product development, clinical development, continued progress through FDA registration, manufacturing, and commercialization. The second license, signed in November of 2020, supports the ongoing research and development of our other infectious diseases, vaccines, and cancer immunotherapies. With respect to our efforts in developing a preventative vaccine for COVID-19 in January, we announced receipt of NIH funding. There is increasing evidence that the COVID-19 virus will continue to evolve, requiring expanded virus variant coverage, otherwise requiring annual reconfigured vaccines. Nobody wants this. Barely people want the first vaccine. We hope to change that paradigm, encompassing potential variants before they emerge versus changing the evolving virus. We read that in our article. Final stages of small animal testing with COVID-19 vaccine. We hope to report these data in coming months. As a reminder, the primary advantage of our MVA VLP platform is that it can incorporate a large genetic coding capacity, which allows us to include multiple genes for a given target. For COVID-19, our preventative vaccine constructs not only include the spike or S protein, but also the matrix and envelope proteins, which serve as additional targets for cellular immune responses and should not be significantly impacted by variants that are evolving within the population. This ultimately facilitates our goal of developing a single dose universal pan coronavirus vaccine. And then they go on to say the same thing about other infectious diseases. And finally, cancer immunotherapy, working with the MUC1 candidate into the clinic in 2021. We are
Interesting.
applying the same approach we use in constructing. So we can probably try to get this study for you, Dr. L. Our cancer immunotherapy concept is to combine. So we'll try to interview David Dodd on the show. We actually know their marketing people. So I think we can make that happen. And then
Okay.
definitely, Dr. L, I want you to be on that one because I want you to ask most of the questions when it comes to the immunotherapy.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me
let's
know
do it.
what's gonna be happening, and we'll go from there.
So final thoughts, guys. Final thoughts, gentlemen. We're missing the ladies today, but final thoughts.
I have a tangent question
Yeah, and
to the
what's your
article.
what's going on in your background? I just like noticed it now.
San
There's a lot
Francisco.
of
I'm in
birds.
San Francisco.
That is I mean I haven't been there since, but I'm hearing it looks like this now.
Are you in San Francisco now?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Background.
The background wise, but person wise.
No, I'm at home.
Okay.
So, do either of you know? Because I don't. What's the criteria for being listed on the Nasdaq or the Dow? Is it a certain market cap, or
They're very strict. They don't allow like a lot like this company, honestly, if it was just market cap, this would be a penny stock over the
right?
counter.
That's what I was thinking when you read that part of the.
So there's got to be other criteria. I just don't know the specifics. But to get that listing is big.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah, I mean, maybe next time, just let us know how. I'm sure people in the comments can tell us.
Sure.
What do you think, Dr. Al? Final thoughts?
I think it's a good company. Have very big potential.
I'm gonna buy
With all this in you.
I'm gonna buy some since you said yes on the next market day. And Chris, are you buying or holding?
Yeah, I'm not going to buy a lot, but I might buy 100 or 200 shares for long hold for a few years.
All right, sounds good. That sounds good, guys. So thank you again for watching, everybody, for listening. Let us know what you think of GOVX in the comments below. And then we'll work on getting David Dodd, CEO of GOVX, on the show. I'm going to send this video to his marketing people. And we'd love to talk. And Dr. Al is very excited about this as well. So thank you, everybody, for watching, listening, and we'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.